Warning, this Travel Oddities podcast episode is not safe for work. It's unedited. It's got a lot of cuss words in it. Parental discretion is advised. And welcome to the Travel Oddities podcast. It is April 25th, 2016. A beautiful Monday evening in the capital city.
The capital of what?
Oklahoma City. Oh, wait, that's stupid. Well, of course it's the capital of Oklahoma City. It's the capital of Oklahoma. I'm sorry. All right. Tonight's episode is about the Denver International Airport. Woo.
We are a travel show, so where is the Denver International Airport located, Brett?
In Colorado.
Is that the capital of Colorado?
No. Is it? No, Boulder is. Isn't it? Isn't Boulder the capital of Colorado? Am I right?
We're going to do a travel trivia show later on.
Okay. Please stick around to the end of the show because most of this shit right here is going smack down on the end. Like if you ever liked the old Burt Reynolds movies where they did the outtakes at the end, this is that.
Yes, all of them. And they were all brilliant. I don't care what anybody says.
So, I'm Brett, by the way. I didn't even start.
We've not done any of that. So
Okay.
how about, who are you?
Well, I'm Brett.
And I'm Harley.
And welcome again to the Travel Oddities podcast. How was your weekend?
My weekend was good.
With exception?
No exception.
You had work to do. Did you get anything done yesterday?
I did.
What'd you do?
Well, I'd like to talk about we're interviewing a third wheel for this effed up bicycle.
Yeah, we are. As Travel Oddities, we want to be an ever-changing and ever-evolving podcast. And we thought, Harley and I are enough, maybe. You know what I mean? But every couple, after a while, they decide, we're missing something.
We need a baby.
We need a baby. And we have a 29-year-old, 6'5" baby.
He looks like a goddamn Viking.
He looks like a Viking.
Bleep that out.
Yeah, we'll have to bleep that out in post editing. But we have a new addition, and
he's still up in the air. We haven't made anything.
There's
final,
nothing final yet.
But we are in the process of interrogating
Eric and Eric the intern.
Yes, he is officially Eric the intern. Soon he will be Eric the Viking.
He looks like he does, or Eric the Red. I mean, the dude.
Yes,
looks like Apocalypse. No, he doesn't. You look like the Mountain. Did you know the Mountain is 27 years old? Okay, stop. Let's put a cone of sight. This guy over here, Harley, doesn't watch Game of Thrones. I think I get a soft pass on the Super Chirper thing.
No, you don't. I like Game of Thrones.
We're season 6 in, bro.
And I'm 2 seasons in.
And you have it. You're 2 seasons in?
Yes. I'm running a little behind.
Golly, you have no idea what's happened. How much blood has been shed?
I had to make a couple of pit stops on my way to season 7. And you're just a little bit ahead of me. But I'm going to catch it up because I'm going to go 7-8 miles an hour over the speed limit.
Who's Renly Baratheon? Too late. Anyway, welcome, Eric, to the Travel Oddities family.
Well, thank you for having me.
Don't cut him off.
He didn't want to talk.
Well, you said we're going to interview him.
No, I didn't. I said interrogate. We're in the process of interrogating Eric.
You said in the very beginning, tonight we're going to interview a new third wheel.
I didn't say that. Did I say that? You're literally sitting
You referred to him as a third wheel.
Yes, on a effed up bicycle.
No,
I didn't say we're
a third wheel. No, it's a third wheel on a threesome between two guys.
The show. Interview him for a position.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm sorry. So he is a silent observer
for the time being.
For the time being. Your deadline's 10 o'clock. I mean, there's no doubt. I need to know. I need to know before you guys hit the toll booth.
That's what I'm.
If Eric's in,
and if he's not, then
this would suck because we really talked highly of this kid. Can I say kid?
Yeah.
Okay. We talked highly of him yesterday. I mean, I had kind of a,
would.
It was. Let's be real. At my age, on the medications that I'm on, it's more like a
taffy.
No, like a cork board. Not quite. It's like particle board that's been soaking in the rains of Mordor.
But needless to say, we had a busy weekend.
We did.
We making a lot of headways in areas that.
Speaking of headways, you're building a bed.
Yes, that's not important.
It is.
There's nothing. No travel involved. It's odd, but it's not.
It is odd that you're making a bed that's going to be. I mean, it's going to be ready. There's going to be some serious cushion for the push.
Well, I just can't find a bed that has sufficient suspension.
You're such a. Is there a such thing as a bed hipster? You're like, I just don't do the mainstream. I don't do the mainstream beds. I want to make my own. I mean, is it going to have a craft beer like keg with like the Chickasaw Brewing or Chickasha Brewing Company on it?
Brett, you may not be aware of this, but that was really popular a couple of years ago. We've moved past that.
Okay, no, it's not. The craft beer thing and like the jeans that you don't wash for like 6 months because that's when you really
that was super cutting edge 6 months ago, bro.
No,
you're behind the times.
It's not. Go to the Plaza District. You need to get out more. Anyway, enough of that. You just there's these moments though, real quick. I just want to like these awkward moments where.
Can I explain the awkward moments?
If you can try.
I can completely explain the awkward moments. The times where you tell a joke and I don't react the way that you want.
You fake laugh.
No, I don't.
You go. This is what you do. And Eric, feel free to either not shake your head or say yes. I'll say something what I would think you would laugh at, and maybe you're just trying to laugh because you're sucking up to the president of this company. But my thing is when I'll say something, you go.
Okay, here's the deal. I'm going to explain it to you.
Okay,
the way I see it.
Mm-hmm.
When a joke dies on this show, we acknowledge that it dies, and we get the hell out of there. I'm not going to hang around.
You don't even throw dirt on it, man.
No. I got places to be. This is a travel podcast. We're leaving it behind. If you fall down on a trip, you're done. You
mean to tell me there's no oddities between here and Chickasha?
There's no oddities between my laugh and your dumbass jokes.
Okay, well, anyway. So that's not what we're here. We're here to discuss. We are at episode 25. This is a milestone. Is it not?
We're going big. Denver International
We're going big.
Airport.
The only thing keeping us from being successful is our listenership. In a mountain. Anyway, no, Denver International Airport in Denver, Colorado. What are you're pointing at the screen. What happened?
We have
Oh yeah, God darn it.
You can't sit over there.
I can. All right. I'm sorry. Can we just mulligan?
Let's start the show?
Let's start the show.
Hi, welcome back to World of the Psychic.
Together we shall cast ourselves into the future.
Seen any aliens lately?
This is a part of America we never get to see.
Are you by chance referring to the legend of the Loch Ness Monster?
A ball of twine that weighs 19,000 pounds.
What is this, nerd porn?
It is about the Templar treasure, but it's also about other things, conspiracy theories, urban legends, and other myths that are true.
You are about to experience the awe and mystery which reaches from the inner mind to the
Travel
Oddities Podcast. What is your problem, dude?
You said you're pointing at the screen. What am I doing?
Well, okay, I'm sorry. I introed the show before you entered the show.
Pointed at the screen to say, hey, maybe you should be looking at the screen.
Okay, all right, so here we are. Episode 25, Denver International Airport. There's no going back. We can't erase it. So we might as well write over it. Or right to the side. Or right below it or above it.
I'm crying.
I've endorsed this check more than once. Anyway, so Denver International Airport. Tell me a little bit more about it.
Dude, we're not there. What are you talking about?
Golly.
Dude, you literally don't know how this show works. We've done this 24 times.
Yes.
I don't know what you're doing right now with that screen, but it's not the right thing.
Okay.
So
this is the new setup.
Okay, so tonight we're going to be talking about Denver International Airport. It's ground zero for a cornucopia of conspiracy theories.
Yeah, this is like a conspiracy theories wet dream.
Right. I mean, you're talking.
This is where where Muslims go to die and live their afterlife. This is where they go to have their virgins.
What? Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, it's the secret headquarters for the New World Organization or reptilians, reptoids.
Okay. When I think NWO, I think
NWA was really
no.
cool.
I think NWO. I think Hollywood Hulk. I think Razor Ramon. Who else? Kevin Nash. Who am I missing? Scott.
I haven't watched wrestling since Hulk Hogan.
Scott Steiner. Anyway,
no.
So this isn't that kind of NWO.
No. So again, ground zero for all these places. You're talking swastika-shaped runways, aliens, secret military bases. We've got it all. So
yeah, but we've got other pressing issues. So from what I understand, you were telling me, I'm leading in here. You said that tonight's news is going to be something that's going to be like, wow.
Yes, I said that.
So okay, well, let's see.
There's something very important I forgot to tell you.
News.
Prince's death is a conspiracy after exposing the Illuminati is the news story.
I'll buy anything, man.
Hey, okay, so Prince recently died.
There was no affect to you. We didn't talk about it over the weekend.
No, we didn't. And I already had a chemtrail news story lined up, so. And
like
then
I said, just can we address the fact that
Prince is dead?
Yeah,
dude, that sucks.
It sucks, man. It sucks hard.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, one of the very few musicians that I've never had anything negative to say.
Never,
about
nothing bad. Even with his evolving hairstyles, with his troubadour wardrobe. I mean, nothing bad to say about the guy.
Yeah, and completely off the topic, from what I understand, he has a metric ton of music that has yet to be
never
released.
been seen. He is our pop Jimi Hendrix.
Because he's black?
No. Because he's got a metric shit ton of music that no one's heard. He didn't sell... Well, maybe Jimmy sold out a little bit. But Prince didn't sell out to the industry, man. He self-produced his own stuff.
He was brilliant. I mean, he was brilliant.
Brilliant.
Played a ridiculous number of... I've heard numbers,
I would
200
instruments. I wouldn't expect a millennial to know who Prince is.
I really would like for you to quit poking fun at the intern.
I will stop. Because he could... I saw what happened to Oberon. He could do that to me. Oh, you're not that far in. Sorry.
No, I'm not. So let's stop with the spoilers.
Oberon Martell was killed. Who raped her?
Okay. So
who killed her? Remember that? Tell me who did it.
I would prefer to continue
go ahead, Prince.
With the news story.
Prince.
So... According to the news story, rock and roll legend and music genius Prince Rogers Nelson is dead at age 57. The singer was found unresponsive in an elevator in Paisley Park studio yesterday morning.
Well,
which would be 2 days back?
Yeah.
Happened on Sunday.
Golly, we've just been exposed as not being a leading news source.
No, I'm openly admit that.
So if you're just tuning in and you didn't know Prince died, he didn't die yesterday.
No, it was Thursday.
Thursday. He died Thursday.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was going off. I was using a timekeeping method that involved something. Hey, stop. I'm trying to explain myself. I had a timekeeping method. There's a certain event that happens on Thursdays, and it also happens on Sundays.
Your menstrual cycle.
I thought it was the last time, but it was the time before.
You start your period every Thursday, first Thursday of the month.
And Sunday. Thursdays and Sundays every week.
Blood on the Sabbath. Who would have thunk?
Okay, so the theory is that Prince was murdered in an Illuminati blood sacrifice satanic ritual for exposing the truth about chemtrails on live television.
To me, I was trying to think of a clever joke that involved Kim Kardashian and like chemtrails, like if she was like peeing her pants and walking down the hallway, it's a chemtrail. I don't know. It's stupid.
Yes.
It was almost a dad joke. Anyway.
Okay, so he was often seen wearing Illuminati-style apparel and...
Well, he had the third eye sunglasses.
Right.
His...
the all-seeing eye was a theme in a lot of his clothing.
Right. His band was referred to as the... I almost said Third Eye Blind, but that wasn't it.
Third Eye Girl.
Third Eye Girl. That's it. That's it.
Which, yes, the Illuminati have kind of latched on, or people associate the all-seeing eye with the Illuminati, but the third eye is something different altogether, so the tie doesn't work for me.
It doesn't.
No, but, so again, they're leaning towards New
Which is
World.
ironic, is he rarely wore ties. I'm sorry. Done. I'm done. I'm scraping the bottom here. I'm trying to impress the new guy. It's not working.
No. He's not into dudes.
He's like, this isn't Squidbillies. Go ahead. Now, come on here. Go ahead.
So the singer had often spoke about the New World Order.
Yes.
Chemtrails, global manipulation. There was a news story in 1999.
Mm-hmm.
He actually was singing live and predicted the 9/11 event in 2001.
And
yes,
he also partied like it was 1999.
He did
when it wasn't 1999.
Before 1999,
right?
And then
the album was called 1999.
But when?
89. Somebody's screaming at their Zune, their Zoom right now. Do they still make Zunes?
No.
You know, in the good old days,
they don't even have the Zune.
Someone's hollering at their transistor radio right now, Harley.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? You know, they say that Kanye's album Power had a lot of stuff. I mean, they say the music industry is ruled by the Illuminati.
Do I believe that? Is that the question?
Yeah.
And I'm under oath.
My thing is, apparently the Illuminati wants Kanye to make a new album every effing year.
So
why can't the Illuminati control, like...
I don't have a cute name for it, but I think that the music industry is controlled by, like, 14-year-old girls. So if there's a group of 14-year-old girls that are secretly running the world and they keep producing things that
why would the Illuminati
hurt
pick
my
pop?
ears?
Why would the Illuminati pick pop, though?
Because you have to pick. They either choose Coke or Pepsi, but it's pop at the end of the day.
You're comparing the fall of Western civilization in terms of music to Coke and Pepsi.
No, I'm honestly, I'm blaming it on children. I'm blaming it on 14-year-old girls.
No, we're all guilty.
No, 14-year-old girls.
We're all guilty.
It is the damn 14-year-old girls.
The Vivo generation.
The what?
The Vivo generation.
What the hell's a Vivo?
We don't have MTV anymore. We have Vivo. Everybody has a YouTube channel now.
What's Vivo?
Vivo.
Eric,
like music artists.
No. Please define Vivo.
Vivo is a music video.
I'm positive that the millennial could answer this question much more.
Is that his name
succinctly?
now?
Yes, he is Eric
is
the
he
goddamn millennium.
A race of
damn it! I said goddamn it 3 times in a row now.
Is this a race of people? He is the millennial. What? He's not Starman.
He is Eric the millennial. That's why he's here.
It's Eric the millennial. Eric the intern.
Or Eric the Viking. Look at him. Eric the Red.
Eric the pleasure train.
I can't argue with any of that.
So anyway, Vivo is a video. Every music artist has a Vivo channel where they put all their music videos because we don't have music TV anymore.
I just want like the Google Voice or Siri or something to answer my questions like that. When I ask a question, I want to say, "Hey Siri, what's the capital of Pakistan?" And I want it to go, "The capital of Pakistan is it's a place and there's sand." That's what I want. Can you give me some more solid facts?
Vivo is a
video in, video out. Is that what it stands for?
Yeah. Yeah. No, because it's VEVO.
It's VIVO.
I thought it was VEVO.
Dude, you can't even spell a 4-letter word?
Vivo. Why would Vivo? Why? In this case, the I doesn't sound like an E. It's a goddamn E. Anyway, Illuminati killed Prince. Blood sacrifice. The doves are crying.
I blame it on the 14-year-old girls.
Purple rain is because of chemtrails. Purple rain causes chemtrails. Or Kim Kardashian caused purple rain.
That's a possibility.
Anyway, so God,
sad day.
Rest in peace, Prince.
Yes,
he's the only person that's ever made me question whether or not I was a boy or a girl. When Doves Cry came out when I was a kid, and I watched the video as he's crawling across the floor, wet from the tub, and he's like,
okay, hold on.
And I was like, what is happening to my body right now?
Please, for the love of God. Eric, are you hearing this? Did he literally just say?
When I was a kid. No, when I was a kid. Everybody has a moment where they're like, it tingles. Why? Okay?
You literally just admitted.
While the wiring is still trying to figure out what wire goes to what, every now and again you touch on certain areas.
Never. Not one time in my life did I go, oh, that stove is making me extremely tingly.
Prince in the 80s, it was, you were a kid in the 80s, androgyny was everywhere. Dead or Alive, the group Dead or Alive. Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Name another one. Boy George. It was a confusing time for kids that had MTV. Anyways, okay, I know you watched MTV peeking through your neighbor's window.
I watched MTV.
Okay, everybody had MTV.
I want it back.
I didn't say it was yesterday. I
want 1980s MTV back.
I didn't say yesterday I questioned my sexuality because of Prince. I said when I was a kid, I was unsure of what this person was crawling out of this bathtub and like looking at me that way. Anyways, Prince, rest in peace. I've figured it out. I like women now.
Mostly.
Well, the law says I have options now. Federal law says I have options now. Okay?
All right.
It's okay now. Kroger's has non-gender specific bathrooms, and Target does. I like Target. I can get Massimo jeans at Target. Anyway, moving on. Denver International Airport. Can we please pretend like this? Can we just edit some of this?
Edit some of what?
The part where I said I questioned my sexuality when I was a kid.
Absolutely not. I'm going to bring it up about once every 5 minutes so that there's no way we could take it out.
When I was a kid, I didn't know, man. I wasn't sure.
When you were a kid, we're talking like 20, right?
Right. So, Denver International Airport.
Yes.
Just a grab bag of crazy town, and I don't make heads or tails of some of it, but there's some of it where you go, okay, logically, we might be overthinking this just a little bit.
And I agree. One of the things that we're going to try to do a little bit different tonight, we have some undisputed facts that we'll talk about the Denver International Airport.
Yes, there are facts that are concrete.
Right. We're going to discuss those first. We're going to list those out. They tie into the conspiracies and perhaps even answer some of the conspiracies. And after we list off the facts, we will go into the conspiracies.
Mm-hmm.
And we can speculate on the validity of these conspiracies one by one.
One by one.
Okay, so let's just run down real quick through the list of facts about the Denver International
I think that's
Airport.
the best way to start.
Okay, first and foremost, fact number one.
It's an airport.
The most important fact about the Denver International Airport, they have free Wi-Fi and power connections all over the place.
Man, that seems innovative.
I like it. I think it's super important.
Well, yeah, McDonald's has the same thing.
They don't have power strips all over the place.
But they don't.
But they do have the free Wi-Fi.
Can you do they have those charge hubs where you can just randomly go up and charge your phone?
Every chair has a strip of power plugs.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's great.
That's a conspiracy.
Getting stuck at the Denver International Airport is like,
dude, you can get lost at this airport.
Yeah.
I touched down there on my way to Vegas 7 years ago and didn't see. I mean, this place is massive.
It's huge. Yeah.
What is it, like 53 acres?
No, 53 square miles.
Square miles, which is like 80-something kilometers or something like that. Is that right?
I don't know. I'm not Canadian. Well, I'm
sorry. Let me apologize to the people that use the metric system that may be listening. That wasn't a shot at you.
Hey,
the metric system is probably far more superior than the system that we use.
Yeah, but we don't use it here.
We don't.
And we don't use their money here either. So you keep your loonies in Canada and your metric system.
But send us poutine.
Oh, no, that's gross.
You don't like gravy?
No, that's disgusting.
Gravy and cheese curds on your fries?
No.
Okay.
Gross.
So
when they decided to build the Denver International Airport, which I will probably refer to on a regular basis from here on out as DIA, if that works for everybody.
Well,
here.
I'm just going to call it the New World Airport.
We can do that.
And we'll get into that.
But when they decided to build it, they already had a fully functional airport. It worked fine.
And it was close to town.
So the DIA is 25 miles away from Denver.
Which is, it's like Denver International Airport. Couldn't be farther from Denver.
Right.
I don't know. Call me crazy.
Okay, so it opened up in 1995.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it opened with fewer runways than the previous airport, Stapleton International.
Mm-hmm.
They literally started off with fewer runways than the previous airport that was no longer sufficient to fit the bill.
Wow.
So...
and you can't cross the country without stopping at this airport.
No, if you're in the United States and you want to go from anywhere on the east to anywhere on the west or vice versa.
It's Denver International, for sure.
Yes.
You ever been there?
Yes.
I didn't, at the time, know about all the stuff.
I did.
Until we got back, and I think you and I might have talked about it just before, when Travel Oddities was still just in the days
before Travel Oddities.
When it was still trying to find an egg.
In the time before time.
No, it sounds better when you refer to Travel Oddities as a sperm searching for an egg to become this I don't know, Jabba the Hutt of Parasite travel podcasts. But anyway,
so Denver International Airport has a $4.8 billion tax or price tag.
Really? So if I wanted to buy it, I'm shelling out. That's a lot of clams.
Well, that's how much they took to build it.
No.
So, and it was a ridiculous amount over budget. I think it was $2 billion more expensive to build.
Well, and the thing about it is too, if that kind of money, they spent that kind of money here, people would be like, well, where's the money? Nobody's asking questions about why they have a money pit international airport out there. And I wonder why nobody says, why am I still paying it's like paying for the toll road or something that's, okay, we were supposed to pay off the toll road 20 years ago and we're still paying for it. How come nobody's asked, why so expensive? Or where's my money?
And we'll get into that, but part of my theory on the why people aren't asking where'd all this money go, how did you blow an extra $2 or $3 billion? I think there are so many conspiracy theories that the airport has just let run because it distracts from the fact that it cost us more than double.
Yeah. I don't know. It's the second largest airport in the world?
Physical size, yes.
Physical size. I mean, it's just massive. How many runways are there? 4?
5.
Well, how many lines make up a swastika? That's how many runways they have, right? Because those are individual runways. The feet of the swastika are the runways, right?
Yes.
Am I going too far ahead of myself?
Yes, we're not supposed to be talking about conspiracies.
Okay, we're not talking about conspiracies. I'm sorry. Let's talk about the facts.
So we already said it's 25 miles away from the city center, 53 square miles. Now, a lot of people were complaining about the noise at Stapleton because it was 4 miles away from the city downtown.
Now, being somebody that grew up, and I know I keep interjecting, at the end of the runway, basically, at Will Rogers Airport, I mean, I inhaled chemtrails for a better part of 20 years.
Explains a lot.
It does. So I get the noise thing. I mean, the airport bought part of the neighborhood because of noise issues and wanting to lengthen the runway. So I could see why wanting to rebuild an airport would be a good idea. But again, 25 miles outside of Denver.
Yeah. It's a haul.
Yeah.
So you already said largest airport in the United States, second largest in the world. Now, that is actually kind of weird because it is the 18th busiest airport in the world. And the 6th busiest in the United States.
Really?
So there are other airports that are smaller that are running through more passengers on a daily basis. And I think their number is somewhere around 54 million people a year travel through DIA.
Is that right?
Yes.
Wow, that's a lot.
It is a lot. But still, it's huge.
Yeah.
So you're talking 53 square miles. It's pretty easy to squeeze that many people through there in 365 days.
Wow.
When you're talking that amount of area. So the terminal's internationally recognized peak roof is designed by Fentress Braden Architects. It's supposed to be reflective of snow-capped mountains and evokes the early history of the Colorado when the Native American teepees were located across the Great Plains.
Because it's just a tent city, more or less.
Yes. That stuff's all Teflon-coated fiberglass.
So it's not like the stuff they have at the outlet mall?
I don't know what that's made out of, but it does kind of look like that.
Right.
So the airport's defunct computerized baggage system, which was supposed to reduce delays, shorten waiting times, and and cut airline labor costs was scrapped. It actually added on a couple of years to the build of the airport, and they never got it working.
Really?
So according to the stories, the 7th floor is this automated baggage system that nobody does anything with. It's just empty space.
That's weird. That's very Trump. No, I'm kidding. I was trying to make something political out of that.
So the airport was originally scheduled to open in October of 1993, but it didn't open until 1995, and it was because of the significant delays, primarily due to the fact that they moved a ridiculous amount of dirt.
Yeah, it was, again, we use the term metric shit ton, but more dirt than you would probably, it's almost like they were digging to possibly put more
Well, they actually
floors.
buried a number of buildings, and they did it on purpose, air quotes. They dug a big hole, built a building, covered it up with dirt.
Yeah, okay.
You can see from some of the facts why some of these conspiracy theories that we're getting ready to get into have
legs.
Have legs.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last thing that I wanted to talk about was the solar panels.
Now, you're almost getting into the conspiracy stuff on...
No, I just want to talk about solar panels. I just want to tell you...
You just want to talk about solar energy.
I just want to tell you that they put up some solar panels.
Just a couple.
Just a couple. So, Denver International Airport currently has 4 solar voltaic arrays on airport property. In 2008, $13 million solar farm situated on 7.5 acres of land.
Mm-hmm.
In 2009, they spent another $7 million to add a 1.6 megawatt solar project on approximately 9 acres. That went into operation in December of 2009, generating over 2.7 million kilowatt hours annually and provides approximately 100% of the airport's fuel farm's electricity consumption. So a third solar installation situated on 28 acres was dedicated in July of 2011, and it's a 4.4 megawatt complex expecting to generate 6.9 million kilowatt hours of energy annually.
Now, to me, I'm green. I go green. Just so you guys know. That's why I don't wear condoms. No, I'm kidding. Bleep that out. Anyway, there's got to be like a huge tax incentive or something. There's got to be a reason why.
Okay, well, if you'll let me finish reading, I'm not even done.
Dad.
I'm not even done talking about solar panels yet. So, the airport added a 4th solar power array in June of 2014. The $6 million system can generate 2 megawatts or 3.1 million kilowatt hours of electricity annually. The output makes Denver International Airport the largest distributed generation photovoltaic energy producer in the state of Colorado and the 2nd largest in the country.
Wow, dude. I'm blown away.
So that is the end of the facts that I wanted to discuss.
Now,
do you have any that you would like to add?
Well, here the fact remains that I could debunk 6 of these
of my facts.
No, 6 of the conspiracies
We're
right
not
off the bat.
Conspiracies. We're still talking about facts.
You said we're done with facts.
No, I said, do you have any to offer?
Yes.
Fact.
Weed is legal in Denver.
Is it legal in the airport?
It's not. Did you know that?
No.
They have like
put your toenail clippers in this box.
They've
put
got
your
like
weed in this box.
Collections of weed
now,
that get.
Okay, just completely off subject. If you have a big bag of weed, I'm slamming my hand on the desk. If you have a big bag of weed and you're going to the airport, just stop outside
and get rid of it.
Hand it to some gnarly looking dude and say, "Hey, have a good day.
Merry Christmas." Because they're going to take it. You're not going to get I don't think they'll arrest you.
No, but the TSA's not going to do anything with it.
Okay. Yeah, they are.
Well, I mean, they're not going to do anything fun with it.
Yes, they are.
Not for normal people, for TSA.
They go on break. They're like, I'm going on break. They break when they get a bag of weed.
Dude, you got to know they get like 5,000 tons of weed a day.
Yeah.
There's just one dude just baked all the time.
You know, and if he was in Oklahoma, he would do like 20 years for like a joint.
Yeah, we could definitely spend a show talking about that.
Real quick, we have the highest incarceration rate in the world.
Oklahoma?
Yes.
Or the United States?
In the world. We incarcerate more people in the state of Oklahoma than anyone else.
Dude, it makes me want to move.
I mean, it's ridiculous. I could show you like facts and how much it costs you to go to jail for like a minor offense, and you would shit your pants. That's a conspiracy.
We can revisit that at a later point in time.
You know what? I'm doing it right now. I've had it. But no, I'm kidding. Anyway, so let's get into the.
You want to get into the conspiracy?
Let's do it.
Okay, let's start
at the front door.
Let's don't.
Hmm?
We're coming in from
Blazing.
bird's eye view.
Okay.
We're coming into the airport on an airplane. What do we see? The airport is shaped like a giant swastika.
Kind of.
It's not.
It's not. It's not connected. Now, go to Google Images. Look it up. Go to Chive. There's pictures on the Chive, for God's sakes.
Right.
I mean, we're looking at it right now. Man, I mean, it looks like a kid drawing on like one of those magnadoodles, man.
Sure.
Or Etch-a-Sketch, basically. Yeah. I mean, I don't see it. I mean, I bet you could highlight the points to whatever. I don't think so. I think it's built that way for convenience purposes. That way you've got clearer runways.
You know, they could have made it into the shape of a cross and, had some religious impact. But if you think
it wouldn't be a conspiracy then.
If you think about planes coming in from different directions, if they're coming in at a cross, then they're all going to smash together
right.
in the middle. So maybe
you got a plane coming in this way. You got a plane coming in this. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If it was a cross, it wouldn't be first of all, it'd be dangerous. Second of all, it wouldn't be a conspiracy if it was a cross. It'd be a sign. It'd be a blessing. Which, by the way, speaking of blessings, just for the record, if anybody does this or knows anybody that has, if you have a shirt that says blessed and you look like shit, you're not blessed. Okay?
All right.
I want to know how you're blessed if you look like shit and you got a blessed shirt on.
Then
you better be able to sing.
Can we please?
Okay, sorry. Back to...
No, we need a jingle for when Brett goes off on a tangent. I don't know what we need to do with that, but there needs to be one.
Well, I need to ask somebody that's got mental issues what they think about when they go off topic.
Yeah, I wasn't asking you. I was really kind of talking to Eric, but he's off to the side.
He is... Just so I can have some canned laughter, I do have Eric's mic on so we can get some laughs every now and again. Because that's... Thank you so much. So next, are we done with the swastika?
Okay. I did a lot of research on this show. For this show.
I'm proud of you.
I was excited about it. You were excited about it. Okay. Brett has new toys. I'm sorry, guys. But we did a lot of research. And in the process, I listened to a few other podcasts. Some of them were older and some of them were from foreign lands.
And some sound a lot like...
And some of them were straight up car wreck. Yes, dude, you got to quit with your okay.
Why do I got to quit?
Because it's annoying.
You're annoying. Go ahead. I'll tell you what. Whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
Go ahead.
So, one of the things that threw me off completely, and I really had a hard time listening to this other podcast, and they didn't do anything wrong. It was a good podcast. But It was Canadian.
What?
Yes, it was Canadian. The thing that bugged me, that threw me off, that made it really difficult to listen to, was they kept saying swastika instead of swastika.
Swastika?
And it just threw me for a loop every single time. But we are way, way, way past time here, so we need to get moving in the right direction. So, next conspiracy. EMP pulse in 2007 shattered the windshields of 14 planes.
Really?
Yes.
Do they know what the source of the EMP was?
Okay, the normal explanation that I found
would be a sonic boom?
That it was wind.
A wind?
Yeah.
A mighty wind.
But, so, originating from the underground bunker portion of the Denver International Airport was an EMP that shattered the windows of just the airplanes. Seemed far-fetched to me, but, whatever. I'm not here to judge.
I'm not, I'm here to deliver the facts.
Really? Do you have a lot of those?
Yes, I do. I gave them to you to go over and to read.
Okay, so underground facilities exist to either hold detainees or it's the headquarters of the New World Orders or our New World Order, reptilians, Masons, Illuminati, the federal government, I'm sure I'm missing probably the Smurfs or something, gnomes. Any weird thing that you ever thought of, there's somebody else out there who says that the basement of the Denver International Airport is their home.
Yeah, that's the part where that's a kind of a stretch.
Well, I mean, you gotta pick. You can't say it's there to gas all the people that come through the airport, and it's a fallback position for the federal government or the New World Order.
And I think a lot of it has to do with, like I said, the minute you step foot to the front door, it starts.
Right. So the art.
The art. Well, I don't know. The art? Are we referring to Blucifer?
Yeah, we can talk about Blucifer.
Let's talk about Blucifer.
So the giant neon blue
Bronco.
I'm
sorry. They said. I've heard people refer to it as a Mustang. I'm like, no, it's not a Mustang. Denver Broncos.
Okay, for our international listeners.
Well, I mean, I think I'm right.
No, I agree. But the Denver football team is called the Denver Broncos.
The Denver Broncos. You're right. So, I think right away, we're overthinking it.
Why?
Too much.
It's got glowing red eyes, and it's got crazy veins on its asshole region.
And they say that in certain light, it looks gaunt and skinny and this and that. I just think it's just a sculpture.
And
it's not a sign of death.
The creator of the sculpture died creating it?
Workers' comp.
Well, I don't think you get paid workers' comp if you die.
Well, that's true. But I don't know. I think it was an unfortunate event. He severed its carotid arteries or carotid arteries? What is it?
Yeah, let's go with carotid arteries, please. Can we get that in print?
Yeah, he severed his carotid arteries, and he bled out.
Right.
I'm sorry for him.
It's an interesting factoid, but I don't think
that saying that this horse is one of the four horsemen's horses, of course, unless, of course, it's a talking horse. It's not I'm not saying that people that believe this stuff are imbeciles. That's not it. I just find it hard to believe. We have a Bronco, a blue Bronco, in front of the Denver airport. It's clearly a Denver
horse
Bronco,
of a different color.
A horse of a different color. So that's what I think.
All right. Okay, so I can take that. I can accept that as being the actual fact, even though it's got glowing red eyes. I'll give you Denver Broncos.
Okay. They could be orange because they're Broncos are blue and orange. But anyway, go ahead.
All right. I'll continue.
Continue.
How
please.
about the giant murals?
Now, that is a little creepy.
So, Leo Tangumi is the artist behind the murals that everybody takes issue with.
Yeah.
They're disturbing. Admit it.
Oh, they are. They're very disturbing.
They're full of New World Order iconography, symbolism.
I will correct one of my source materials. It was another podcast, and they referred to the sword as the same sword that's in the logo of the Masons. It's not. It would be more likened to the Shriners sword,
which is a part of the Masons.
Well, I know, but let's be real. I mean, let's not be real. Okay, you're right. Sorry, I'm stupid.
No,
I don't see the Freemasons riding wheelies on three-wheelers in the middle of a parade.
Actually, you do.
Do you really?
Yes. Because they're Shriners.
I know that, but are all Mason Shriners?
No.
Okay, thank you. Folks,
But all Shriners are Masons.
So you're a Shriner?
No.
You're a Mason.
Dude, why are you calling me out?
I'm not. I'm just saying, man. Be proud.
Be proud of my secret
Say
society
it loud.
status?
I'm secret and proud.
Okay, so some of the symbolism in
the paintings.
Let's
talk about that.
You've got the giant death Nazi with the gas mask
and the sword and the AK-47
and all the dead babies and all the mothers crying. Some hardcore into the world stuff.
Now that title. Oh, I forgot the title of that painting. It's
I think it's called Giant Death Nazi Stabs the
babies.
The peace dove in the butthole with a giant sword.
I think that I don't know. I'm not. I'm just going out on a limb here, but I think a sword's a little much to kill a dove. I mean, I get your point.
That
you want the dove.
That painting, by the way, is called the Children of the World's Dream, or Children of the World Dream of Peace. And then the other one, the follow-up, where he's dead, and all the kids
By peace, they mean a piece of the dove's ass.
Right. The second one is called In Peace and Harmony with Nature.
Now that one, you've got a dead. Is it that? That's the one with the dead leopard and the children around it and the fire in the background. I mean, I don't know. I think it's just an artist interpretation. I think they sat down at a table and said, "Okay, we've got this artist. This is what he does. Here's his portfolio."
Okay,
you knew what you were going to get with this guy, probably.
So my question is, you're going to an airport. Mm-hmm. Scary enough already.
Oh, yeah, especially post 9/11.
Well, even before then. Because the airport's been there since 95, so, we'll give them, they didn't know about 9/11. But people, when they fly on an airplane, will take sedatives.
Alcohol.
They'll drink like fish.
They'll be high when they get there.
They do that because flying makes them anxious. Mm-hmm. Gives people anxiety attacks.
I have anxiety when I fly.
Right. So, do you want to see the giant death Nazi killing doves right before you get on an airplane with your high anxiety?
No, and that's what I meant by, let's be realistic. Paranoia was cranked up to 11 September 11th, 2001. Mm-hmm. So, seeing that, I remember when I got on a plane post 9/11, I was like, oh, it was the first time I ever flew was a year after 9/11. So, the nerves, yes. The imagery, yes, would shake me a bit. But as far as conspiracies go, meh.
Meh?
Well, what's the conspiracy?
I don't know.
Don't hire a Mexican to paint your airport?
Racist.
That's not. He's Mexican. He's Hispanic.
He's Hispanic. He's not.
Right. Are we cutting this part out?
No. You didn't call him a saltwater Mexican.
No, I didn't call him a saltwater Mexican on this episode. You know, maybe I'm
racist.
Maybe I'm showing my true colors here, man.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm trying to make America great again.
Okay, so all over the floor in this place, you've got things written in weird languages. You've got weird carvings. A lot of the phrases carved into the marble floors are Navajo sayings. I think it's interesting, but other people think it's alien languages.
No.
It's Illuminati spells.
Now, we made there are the Navajo Indians, they span, what is it, Arizona? Is it Arizona? No, Utah. Is it Arizona, Utah, Colorado?
Yes.
So that makes sense. I mean, when we went to the Grand Canyon, we were smack dab in the middle of the Navajo reservation.
Yes, we were.
Quite literally. So that would make sense. I think you need to, if you have something of that size, you need to tip a cap to the things that culturally influence the area.
Agreed.
So I think it's a tip of the cap to the Navajo Indians. I don't, again, there's so many conspiracies wrapped up in this Denver airport that it's easy to kind of latch on and go, that makes sense. And then there's it just, we could talk about it all night.
Yeah, and
we're not.
We're like an hour. We're rapidly approaching an hour into this. So okay. Yes, we could definitely talk about this all night.
Yeah.
So we'll move on. There's an inscription on the floor. It is what appears to be a mining cart, and it has the letters AUAG.
Which, if you are anything, if you know chemistry,
if you're a smarty pants,
you know that
it's gold and silver.
Gold and silver, and it's a little mining cart with what appears to have a little bit of a load on it.
But conspiracy theories say that the AUAG is actually a reference to a deadly strain of hepatitis known as the Australian antigen.
Okay.
A, doesn't make sense. B, if it's an antigen, that is a particle that causes I need help and you're not helping me. You're looking at me like I'm crazy.
Well, I'm looking at it like you have the answers. It's a particle that causes
an allergic reaction. It causes an allergic reaction.
Diarrhea.
Which will allow your body to respond to it. So the Australian antigen as being deadly strain of hepatitis is kind of bullshit.
You just said bullshit.
I'm sorry.
You're not supposed to do that, Daddy.
It just seems like a bunch of horse
malarkey. A bunch of malarkey.
Can I say malarkey? Are we allowed to say malarkey?
Well, that might be the only thing we don't have to bleep out is the malarkey.
That's an undertaking.
This has been this has been raw. This is Travel Oddities raw, like we've never done. Like this is our first episode. Go ahead. This has been a litany of F and GDs and.
Okay, so there is one really hard to explain away conspiracy, though. The dedication marker with the capstone over the time capsule that is set to be opened in 2094.
Mm-hmm.
It's got all sorts of Masonic symbols on it and mentions the New World Airport Commission, which does not exist.
I know that the Freemasons love to make pancakes on Saturdays. I see it every time in small town America. You see, come have our pancake breakfast. So it could be some pancakes in there. I mean, you're a Freemason. What do you think's in that time capsule?
Bunch of garbage from the time. You got a newspaper. You got the mayor's tennis shoes.
Walkman, maybe.
Was the Walkman still around in 1995?
Yeah. They just discontinued the Walkman like 2 years ago.
Really?
Yes.
Man.
Japan finally stopped, where they were literally making it up to the point where they said, you know, we're already up to the PS4 here. Can we stop making the Walkman?
There's a conspiracy there. The Walkman needs to come back.
Bring it back. Bring cassettes back. They're coming back. I mean, there are artists that are making albums on cassettes.
Dude, we could totally start recording the podcast to cassette.
That way people could go fast forward it on their... They'd have to... They couldn't find a boom box to play it on.
They could pick out those little plastic tabs and record over us.
Yep, that's true.
Great. We should do it.
Great.
Okay, so all the tunnels running underneath this place, under the concourses, you got the failed automated baggage system that never worked.
Anubis?
No, I didn't get to Anubis yet.
Okay, sorry, Anubis. Sorry. Go.
You're not even looking at anything. You're just throwing words out now? Are we just throwing Egyptian gods around all willy-nilly?
It's a conspiracy to get this show on the road.
Okay, so you got all these tunnels. People are saying, you know, like we said before, headquarters for all these groups. Mm-hmm. But there really is a lot of empty space down there, and people don't go below the 6th floor, and it's weird.
Okay. Another conspiracy to tie into Denver or Colorado. The Pentaverate. The Pentaverate.
Yes. So, I mean, you know, the Queen, the Pope, and Colonel Sanders all living underneath the airport makes sense.
Yeah, it does. So, yeah, I mean, that's a kind of a waste of real estate, really. It's kind of like...
But it's weird.
It's kind of like the Dell City of airports.
Why do you need 50...
Sorry, no offense, Dell City, but...
Why do you need 50 billion...
Tons of dirt?
No, all the power running into that place. And where's it going? And what did they do with all the empty space? They built buildings and covered them up with dirt. They moved millions of tons of dirt out of there to build a flat surface.
It's like a kid playing in a sandbox. Like, I'm going to take all this dirt and bury all of these Legos in it. It's like that. It's like some kid just like was the construction foreman. It said, I want to put all of these buildings in here. Am I wrong?
No, I hate that voice, though.
Why? Because it reminds you of that you need to be home with your children?
No. So you had said Anubis. That one's super easy to explain. I don't care what anybody says. It was an advertising for an art event. They moved that thing all over the place. It followed this Egyptian art show around the country. It was in the airport for a limited time. It had a giant billboard on its butt saying to come to the Egyptian art show at this museum or whatever. Done.
Come walk like an Egyptian. This day.
Yeah. Cool. So, Anubis was a billboard.
Right.
So that is the end of that.
Okay, Anubis, done. Check. Solved. All you conspiracy theory people, you don't know nothing.
Okay, and so I saved the best for last.
Let's hear it, Vanessa.
The effing gargoyles in the baggage claim area.
I think what they're trying to say is don't leave your shit in the luggage. Like, this is like a deterrent, like...
Did you pack your own bag, or did a gargoyle pack your bag?
It looks like a gargoyle packed your bag. It's what it's like somebody saying that.
You roll the underwear. You don't just shove them in the box.
Well, I let my wife pack.
What are you... I'm confused.
I don't know. Okay, gargoyle in the... I think it's like the mascot for like toe fungus. It's like, don't pack your bag like a gargoyle. Pack it like this. Denver Airport.
All right, so...
I hate you with a red, hot...
I told you, dude.
A red, white, and blue damn passion.
If the joke falls, we leave it behind. We got places to be. David Icke.
Okay.
David Icke.
I'll tell you what's racist.
Do you want to talk about David Icke?
No, do you want to know what's racist? Facebook. You call me racist. So I do this thing that says, what nationality are you? You want to know what it says? American.
It's not a race.
Dude, that's what it said.
But that's not a race.
Is it not racist, though? We're all Americans, man.
No, but it's not a race. If you fill out a government form,
it says, what nationality are you? Based on unfortunately, my profile picture was a picture of Prince. So,
okay, so nationality is different. You look like an American.
Yeah, I look nothing like Prince.
But Prince is Canadian.
No, he wasn't. He was from Minnesota.
Dude, Minnesota is basically in Canada. Canada, you can have Minnesota. You have my permission.
It's Canada Light. I mean, there's like a lake that separates them.
Barely.
So you're okay. David Icke
is a nut job.
Yes.
I'm going to burn a couple of listeners on this. There might be a couple of people that go, this David Icke guy really knows his shit.
No.
This guy is certifiably insane. I'm sorry, you can find any recording of this nut job, and he sounds batshit crazy.
Right, there's nothing that he says that you go, okay, I buy. You won't buy any of it, and if you do, I mean, just keep sending us money. But you're weird.
No, so I've got nothing on him. I've tried. I watched.
Well, I know, but he's the one that didn't. He's the one that perpetuates the
reptoid.
The reptoids living. I mean, it's just this isn't V. Okay,
not yet.
This is not V, the final battle. Did you watch that show? I loved it. Robert Englund was on that show.
All right, so I'm out of Denver International Airport conspiracies. Did I miss anything that you wanted to cover?
No. I mean, I think we just need to stamp a verdict on this one. I mean, I think go. It's interesting. There are things that are there. It's not like a mist that you're looking for. The artwork is still there. They've painted over some because it was too disturbing and left others. Mm-hmm. The AUAG thing is there. Make your own determination of that. The blucifer statue that's right out front. It's a Bronco, Denver Broncos. I'm sorry. If you believe in these conspiracies, it's fun. It's fun to have a conversation about this. But the reality of it is, I'm just kind of meh.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do the thing that you're always begging me to do. I'm just gonna have to say.
Are you gonna out and out say it?
A lot of it is bullshit.
Wow.
I can't say everything's bullshit, but I can say a lot of it is bullshit.
Well,
the swastika. Bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, looking at it, if you look at it hard enough, it's like one of those pictures that eventually kind of takes shape. You can kind of, probably under a negative, you could look at it and see something, but it's not enough. There's not enough concrete stuff here.
All right, and that basically wraps up Denver International Airport as far as the conspiracies go. If we missed anything, let us know in the show notes. Hit us up on Facebook, whatever.
We love Freemasons. We like the Freemasons.
No, we like feedback.
We like Freemasons, too.
No, we like feedback, so let's get into the feedback section.
Listener feedback.
All right, so we have some interesting listener feedback. For starters, we had 25, 30 people like us on Facebook this week. So
yeah, that's awesome.
I'm pumped on it.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that.
But we did have a special guest.
Yeah, we did.
On our Facebook page. So Lobo from Project Archivist, a podcast, one of our competitors. He's a damn competitor, and he was spying on us.
Was he really?
No.
Oh, yeah.
I honestly don't know how he came across our podcast, but he shared it on his page. He shared it on their podcast page. He said, love the show, guys. Just shared the page on my profile as well as on our podcast page. Think many of our listeners will love your show. Thanks for a great show. Keep it up.
That's awesome.
So
thanks, Lobo.
I did, thanks, Lobo. I actually posted on Facebook. I don't know if you saw it because you were kind of busy today.
Mm-hmm.
But I went on a binge and listened to about 6 of their episodes.
Yeah.
They touch on a lot of the same things. It's a little different format, and they're a little more free to move around the weird, so to speak. So I listened to a show on, they covered Victorian death rituals.
Oh, cool.
They looks like they do a lot of interviews. I thought it was really cool. We don't do any interviews because we kind of suck.
Gee.
No, I'm just playing. We don't have
now hiring new co-hosts.
We don't have big names.
We don't have big names. We're nobodies. We've got Eric the intern.
They actually asked us when we were going to come on their show. I think he was joking. He's probably like, these yahoos. But I don't know.
Hey, you never know, man.
But yeah, thanks, guys.
Yeah, totally. Always looking for new podcasts and looking for new friends to make in the realm of the odd and the podcast.
And if you need some more podcasts to listen to throughout the week, check them out. Project Archivist.
Well, we had an opportunity earlier, speaking of feedback, to talk to one of our regulars. Would you say, dare I say, I don't know, almost like an executive producer now.
We could give him that, as long as there's no pay involved.
Yeah, well, you're not getting paid. I'm just telling you right now, don't quit trucking. Keep on trucking because you're not going to get paid anything. But we will take your money.
Yes, we'll take it.
Our big mother trucker Anthony Shear called in. We couldn't play most of the conversation because he's just filthy. He's a trucker. So, but anyway, yeah, we had some.
He's pounding down, loading up and trucking.
Breaker 19, this here's a rubber duck.
Like I told my last wife, I says, honey, I never drive faster than I can see, but...
Well, I'm a bad mother trucker, baby.
Yeah, he called in and we talked to him for about 5 or 10 minutes, and
we salvaged maybe 30 seconds.
30 seconds, and it was pretty cool because he had a lot to say.
I like this impression of you, actually.
I don't know if the way I saved it, I'm worried that I'm not going to be able to play it.
Dude, if you broke it, you bought it.
No, I don't think that's it at all. Hang on a second. Oh, God.
What? Seriously?
Yeah. Hang on.
We're going to open up menus. We know something is broken.
Hang on.
So, guys, here's the Travel Oddities podcast.
Keep it going.
One of the things that you'll notice is that we're really professional. And when something breaks on the show, we stop everything. We halt the presses. We make sure that everything is running 100% for our listeners.
Okay, here it is. Here was a little bit of a PSA, if you will. Would you say?
Yeah, hit it.
This is Anthony, the big mother trucker, and you're listening to the Travel Oddities podcast. Or maybe I should have said, hey, this is Anthony. What the fuck's going on?
We'll do that, too. We can do that, too. Yeah. I had you pegged for Tony Soprano early on, and maybe I'm judgmental. So, yeah, that was his contribution. We'll have to beep out some... He said mother...
I didn't hear it.
You didn't? Yeah.
I know it was in there, but I didn't hear it.
Maybe he said mother fracker because he's against fracking.
Maybe.
So, anyway, yeah, Anthony Shear, always there when we need him.
Absolutely. So, again, thanks, Anthony.
Thank you so much.
Lobo. And, guys, that's the show.
That's the show, and I feel like it went by quickly. Maybe I was trying to show off for Eric.
Oh, we didn't. Yeah.
But anyway, no. Some cool things are happening. We're on Instagram. So come find us. Twitter @Travel